Ba, 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 bum. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see if this actually works. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, there I am. Oh, and there you are. I I thought you weren't going to show up. I was already calling my buddy. Oh, I can't hear you. You are completely. We have no sound. Oh, hey, maybe it's me. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. There we go. No, that's you there. Okay, let me just go here. Okay, that's fine. No, I can't. Okay, I just. Can you hear me? Nod. Go. Yes. Oh, wait. I'm looking at YouTube. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I can't hear you. So what you have to do is you have to turn the sound on your main computer, but not on YouTube. Hi, Rob. Video and sound good except for Jona. There we go. Nothing? Do you have a microphone? Oh, you know what you got to do? There's a thing that says settings. Okay. The little cog there. Click that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see your camera. And then the next one down is your microphone. So you have to figure out which one that you're going to use for your microphone. And then you will come live, I believe. Just bear with us in all our technical difficulties.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, I sure can.
Yes!
See?
All right. Good direction.
This isn't my first rodeo. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, now I don't hear you. Oh, you went away. I bet you didn't save it. You got to save it.
Right. Save.
Save. Now you're in.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm learning a lot here, so.
I know. I forced you to come on this show. You know, you're not a live streamer. You do your thing, and that's okay.
You're stretching me. That's good.
Yeah, that's all right. We're getting you there. All right. Now I'm going to make sure I say your name right. It's Jona.
You got it. Good job. First time.
I practice all day. Jona's coming on the show. Jona's coming on. Because I want to say Jona. Hey. I don't know why.
Yeah, a lot of people want to say that. Well, it's kind of spelled that way. But my dad had creative spelling choices when he named me. So.
Okay. For people that don't know, Jona has her own YouTube site. It's almost a board gamer. I enjoy it very much. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here is because I wanted the rest of the world to know who you are. Because you're doing, I wish I had a me when I started because I wanted to bang my head into the wall about 1,000 times because there's nothing more frustrating than having a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You think you do?
Well,
how many times?
2-year-olds and 4-year-olds are frustrating too.
Listen, I've been there.
I'm just kidding.
Do you have children?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 boys.
2 boys. Okay. I just got rid of my oldest son, and I'll show you. He just got married Saturday, matter of fact. And
congratulations.
Yes. There you go. See? I think you can see.
They look beautiful.
Yeah.
I can see.
Okay. Well, we do a lot of fundraising here, and my daughter-in-law has cystic fibrosis.
Oh, wow.
Which is a lung disease. You can't get oxygen. And she's not supposed to get pregnant, and she is. And
wow.
I am on pins and needles because I keep this phone like real close to me because it's kind of like,
Is she due soon?
oh yeah, and she's
Oh
popping, and
man.
she's like an Oompa Loompa. She's about four. She's about 4'6",
Does
but
she
she's
watch your channel? Like,
not anymore.
oh, like she's gonna not appreciate hearing that.
Hey, first of all, let's say hi to a whole bunch of people. Kabuki, we love Kabuki. Larissa, Dennis, Lord Jaffe,
Hey
Captain
guys.
Carl is in the house. Yeah, we got
That's
the usual
awesome.
crew here, but really, you have a very unique channel, and one of the things that I really, really liked about it was your D&D stuff. How you kind of
Yeah.
you have that group, and they all just kind of
Mm-hmm.
come together. And I wish I had a group like that. So,
Aw, yeah.
and just to let everybody know
Yeah.
that you and I are actually working on a project. I'm trying to get my part done. The problem is,
We are.
I've been to St. Louis. I've been to Texas. I've been to Columbus.
You've been
Had a
very
wedding this
busy.
weekend. Oh God! Well, it's convention season. It's the busiest
Yeah.
time of the year. Next week is the Dice Tower, which you actually did some videos for Sam on.
Mm-hmm. Token punch lunch.
Yeah, token. I always
Yeah.
forget the name
Yep.
of the thing.
Throat punch lunch. Token punch lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah. They had me on that last year, and
mm-hmm.
then everyone went on to board game breakfast. So I'm on there sometimes too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've noticed that you've been on there. So how has that been for you?
Oh well, it's been awesome. Did you lose me again?
No, I'm just looking at
A comment.
a comment from Kabuki. How she said Rob made it sound like I wasn't around anymore. That's not true. We were
Oh.
ribbing her. Usually she's in every video, every live stream, and she's missed 2 in a row for the first time since I think it was 2015 or 16.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
not for
awesome.
anything. So we made it sound like she was moving on, and we were giving her a hard time, but we love her. She is she's one of the foundations here, but you can always find her on the Dice Tower moderating. She's just everywhere, and she loves board games, and she has a lot of passion for it. And she is my go-to, that if I throw out a movie line, she will type in the movie before anybody else.
That's awesome.
So like I was saying, one of the things
Yeah.
that I had taken an idea from, and what everybody doesn't know is that I came up with this idea. Everybody knows the tiger, and how disturbing he is, and how disturbing I am with the tiger. But I thought it'd be fun to do like a beginner video where your group shows how to play Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
because the tiger's a moron and wants to kill everybody. So
that sounds like a lot of D&D players, actually.
Yeah. But the fun thing about it is that it's going to be a very beginner type of thing, and I think it'll work real well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And
I'm excited.
I finally started working on it, and getting it almost to the point where I can send you over the video, and you guys can just work off of that, the parts that we put in. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun, because I like doing things like that.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing. A lot of people don't like to collaborate a lot, because I don't know why, but board gaming's weird. It's people make it weird.
Well, it's weird because like you want to ask people to do something with you, because then you reach other people's community, but it's intimidating to ask someone, especially like with a TT channel like mine. I'm like, who would bother to like do something with me except Rob, who's awesome.
Wait, let me give you another viewer.
Oh, no. I appreciate this so much, because it really, like, I'm like, well, I could ask certain people, but I'm not really sure who would bother or like feel like it's worth it to them.
Well, we also would like to have you on here to play a game also.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to get to this little midpoint because there's after the Dice Tower Con and Baby, and then I should have
There's a little
window. There's a little window.
low. Yeah.
Then it's Gen Con, and that's craziness. And then after Gen Con, I'm good all the way to November. And
awesome.
And
you know, then the holidays. But
the holidays, and then the end of the year, you wrap everything up, and it just goes by so fast.
Oh man.
I was making a video today, and I do this thing for Miniature Market, who is the sponsor of the channel, and we tell all the games that are coming out on the drop. Okay, and what the drop is, in case you don't know, they put a game up, and every day it drops a percentage.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Until it sells out. So you gotta either you have a sweet spot that you want to pay for it.
It's like a gambling game.
Yeah, it really is. It's a game within a game.
A game.
Buying a game.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah, and some people hate it because they rather have the deal of the day, but it's been very, very successful. You know, people are always going to complain no matter what. But I give them the heads up for about 2 weeks of what is going to be on the drop. So if you have something particular that you're looking for, like I'll give a hint.
Gotcha.
The 13th of July, they are putting Gloomhaven up on the drop again. Now, the funny thing about that game, it has never dropped under $95.
Okay.
It is sold out before then. Every single time.
Well,
and I figured
how much does Gloomhaven cost? Like full price?
Right now, I believe that it is at 140.
Oh, okay.
Retail.
So that's a pretty good savings if you get in there right before they sell out.
I might be wrong. It's either 120, 140 retail now. It has actually gone up because it's getting very scarce. But if you've seen my recent video, you know that they have a bunch of them, and they're putting a bunch of them on there.
Putting them up.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to get rid of them. But Miniature Market just always does really neat things where you can get all these. You know, they have these ridiculous sales that they just sell everything, and I have such a great relationship with them. I was out there in St. Louis 2 weeks ago, and we did a paint class, and I had a couple of the people that helped me on the channel come out there, and it was just a heck of a weekend. Exhausting, but
yeah.
Cool.
I saw that video.
Oh, cool. MSRP is 140. Yeah. So it hasn't gone down. Miniature Market has it at 95 right now, but the MSRP is 140. So now that's a game. Do you have that game?
No.
See, now you have it. Now I've given now,
you. Like that's why I'm like, that's a pretty good deal.
I've given you. Oh, here on the drop, it has reached $82. I think Larissa says. Okay, so there we go, $82. Now, let's get to you, because enough about me, because I'll talk about me for the whole hour, and that's not a problem with me. That's just me. But you and your husband are somebody that I find I would love to see more videos out of you guys. But I can imagine with two small boys, okay, how hard it is to get in front of the camera.
We do pretty well. We actually just did a taping this past weekend, and we had a couple interruptions, but also we had to tape it twice because the first time I actually forgot to hit the audio button. So we taped like halfway through. We did a top 10 list of our favorite games for new gamers. So that was pretty frustrating, but we got through it. Yeah. So we put, the cartoons on for the kids in the morning, as great parents do, and make YouTube videos.
There you go. Now you see this right here. This is a very expensive microphone. The problem is when I plug it into my 4K camera, which I have an extra one right here. Okay, I'll plug it in.
Ooh.
But the problem is I always forget to hit this little button where you get the cute little
Yeah, that
green
little
light.
button.
Or you
Yeah,
get
that's exactly what I have on mine. And I was like,
mm. and then
so
you look back
frustrating.
and you look back on the video and you're
And
going,
you have nothing. You have nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That's the worst.
frustrating.
It was the worst.
And that's where I get some of my outtakes, because then you get some of the colorful language.
No. Perfect.
Uh,
So yeah.
okay. So that's always a struggle, but um, I lost my train of thought for a second there. Having the small kids, it's hard, and you try to get as much as you possibly can, and your videos and your quality is like ridiculous, and you guys are doing fantastic with that. And I go, why can't I do that? but you see, here's the thing with me, and it's a funny thing. I'll hit the button and it doesn't come out great, and I go, nah, that's me.
Yeah. It works.
Upload.
Well, I tell you what, my husband is definitely the quality control in the outfit. Like I would probably still be using my on-camera mic and filming in the kitchen if it wasn't for him insisting on just raising the bar, just a little higher. And the thing is, like, he kind of isn't crazy about me doing YouTube videos all the time.
Right.
It's like, why don't we just play games? I'm like, well, I really like making videos. And he's like, well, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So he's always like, got to add the B-roll, got to get the good mic in there. So I'm trying.
So Larissa says, you have the video only set to Jona. We have no clue what you are showing. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, I had it set to her, because who the hell wants to look at me? So I'll just move it over real quick, because this is your time. I was showing off my microphone. This is a German microphone. Actually, Sean Markowski sent this to me some time ago. Oh, we got Tina, the board gamer, in here. She's my little buddy, and we do a whole bunch of stuff. So one of the things I wanted to ask you, you're always sending videos into Dice Tower. Okay. Does that take away from you doing what you want to do for your channel?
Well, honestly, like, I started contributing videos for the Dice Tower. My first video was like a one-shot deal where I just did a funny video about being married to a hardcore gamer.
Yes,
and
I saw that.
It kind of just became something more as I enjoyed being a part of the community, and then kind of finding my place and figuring out what sort of gamer I was. A lot of the times I was just trying to like enjoy the type of games my husband did, and always feeling like I wasn't quite as serious a gamer, which I'm not. He's a totally different style gamer than I am, but realizing like I totally fit in, and that's fine. And so that's kind of what the channel grew into. And I continued to do videos for Sam, and then when the show switched so that all the contributors were together, it just got a little bit harder because they wanted shorter segments. So it's become a little bit harder creative wise, figuring out how to make interesting segments that aren't just me reviewing the games we have. Like, we don't have a huge collection, and we don't have the budget to just be buying new games and reviewing new games all the time. So we try to do creative stuff and do things that like look at board gaming at a different perspective, but that's hard to do in like 2 to 3 minutes. So I try to do them once in a while, but I've found that like doing the vlogs, like we do game night vlogs, and that's been a lot of fun. Just kind of documenting playing board games with our friends. It sounds lame, but it's been fun. And no one's like told me to put the camera away yet, so that's what I just keep bringing it along.
And it's really hard because they had it limited. I was given 2 minutes. Now, how much painting segment can you do in 2 minutes?
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's
Your
very
ink's
hard.
not going to dry in 2 minutes.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Yeah.
going to be able to dip the brush into the paint in 2 minutes sometimes.
So did you contribute on the Dice Tower originally?
I was the original painter on the Dice Tower. I
Oh,
did painting 101 there for almost 2 years on Board Game Breakfast, uh,
okay.
and then I morphed it into War and Pieces. I took back both those segments, and
Mm-hmm.
I just said, you know, something. My wife had gotten sick at the time.
Hmm.
She was having some real issues, so I couldn't make as many videos. Even though I make a video a day, I couldn't make extra videos on top of it.
Right.
So what I ended up doing was I kept it to myself, and then I over this last year, she had gotten 100% better. Everything was going good,
Good.
and kids and stuff like that. And um, I felt I kind of moved on
Mm-hmm.
in a way. I think it was, I wanted to do my own thing, but I wanted to be a part of something. And
Yeah.
I wanted to rebuild everything and do it differently. So, Aldi, who is a very good friend of mine, along with Lincoln and Keith Collins, and Keith had said, "Hey, why don't you do something with us?" And brought it up to Aldi, and Aldi said that would be great. And I said, you know, all I want to do is just have enough time to do whatever I want. And sure enough, we talked in what our vision was. You know, we have Rodney Smith, we have Chaz.
Yeah.
It's a star-studded cast. Marty
Totally.
shows
Yeah.
up there, and Lincoln with Game Night and all those guys, and it just meshed. And it's the happiest year I've had
Aw, that's
doing it
good.
and just being with them. And finally, we're going to start doing our live painting on Board Game Geek every Wednesday, and I'm just happy to do that. And we're building up Board Game Geek TV. You know, if you want to be on
Cool.
Board Game Geek TV, I can get you on there with, I got a little pullback.
I don't know. I don't
But
know if you know what you're asking for, what you're in for.
I can get you to talk to. You heard it all here first, folks. I can have you talk to Lincoln and see what you could do. I mean, you guys have a wonderful presence, and showing family gaming. I think that is your strong suit. I think that's where you
Oh,
gotta
thanks.
really, you really gotta hone in and show how tough it is sometimes with small children to try to get in that addiction that they have.
That's so encouraging because I'm always worried. I'm worried that people are
Nobody
just
does
like,
it.
yeah, no one does it. But I'm like, is this just annoying? Or like, do people find this refreshing? It's so nice to hear that positive feedback from you because I really wasn't sure. I'm like, this is life and this is how we're doing it. But I'm not sure if other people want to see that or if that's interesting to
Well,
others.
it's a funny thing. Before the studio and all the bright lights and the glamour and the glitz and the fame and the fortune. No, I'm
Oh.
kidding. But before all that, it was on my kitchen table, and it was just
Yeah.
it was me, my daughter, and my son, and my wife would cook something every Saturday, and we would do it. We would just do it as a normal family, and we
Yeah.
would have this
Yeah.
vicious competition against each other. But in the middle of it, all of a sudden, this plate of food would come in the middle, and everybody goes, "Okay, well, what's that? And how did she cook it?"
What is this? That's hilarious.
And it became where the queen was pretty much almost like, oh, I don't know if you remember the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the mayor always had the secretary where all you saw either was her legs, her hair, or her hands.
And that was your wife?
And that was the queen for the longest time until she got her one shot where it was Ask the Queen Anything Day, and we put her on. It wasn't like she was scarred or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone's expectations were pumped up, huh?
Yeah, I mean, when they saw her, they go, what the hell is she doing with you? You outkicked the coverage, my man." And I go, "That's why I didn't put her on." But no, and that's how it, and it just kind of, you know, the hardest thing to do, and you do it very well, and you is pulling back the curtain and letting people into your lives. Um, and I always felt that that's something important. I mean, you could sit there with the best set and the best cameras and the best everything, and you
Right.
can sit there, and if you just do what everybody else is doing and you're a robot, well, guess what? People will just go, okay, well, I can see this from this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but if you pull back the curtain and you go, hey, you know, this is who we are. This is how we do it. No, we don't have the budget to get all these games, but this game right here means something to us, and we're going to show it to you, and we're going to show you how we play it. And I'm just going to interrupt for a second because my little snot best friend, Tina the Board Gamer, said the Queen is totally out of your league. Thanks a lot, buddy. Aaron said, Jona, have you and your husband made it to any conventions recently, or is it too much of a challenge with small children? Don't recall if you posted about any cons before.
The only convention we've been to was PAX Unplugged last year. That was our first convention. And we did get away. Like, yeah, my in-laws are awesome, and they had the kids the whole, like, I think it was a 3-day weekend. So they were great. They were happy. We had a blast, and we're hoping to go again. We're planning to go again. So
Cool.
we haven't made any other plans to go to other conventions, but we're from the PA area, so it just makes sense to like go to Philadelphia.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Connecticut, so I'm used to all the snow
Oh,
and everything else. Like,
yeah, yeah.
see, if only I was up there, I could, you know, could have done more.
Yeah.
But no, I'm here in sunny Florida.
Oh.
35 minutes from Disney World.
Whoa, you're so lucky.
No, I'm not. You know, the funny thing is, and I'm going to tell you this real quick because I want to hear more about you. You know, this isn't about me, but I fly all over the place, and flying to the place is easy because not many people want to go to X, Y, or Z. But coming back, okay, I'm on a flight to Orlando. What does that mean?
Ooh.
Every kid,
Crowds.
family, and everybody wants to go to Orlando because obviously they're going to Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, XYZ that we have here.
Oh my,
Okay?
that's true. I hadn't thought of
So
that.
every flight is screaming kids and this, that, the other, and I sit there in my seat and I look around and I go, I remember when we used to be like that. I remember when we used to be like that. Oh yeah, I remember when I took the teenagers and it was just like that.
Oh man.
And I turn to them sometimes and I try to give them some advice, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I said, first of all, thank you for paying my taxes. Number two, I said, number two, I'm going to give you some advice. Don't act like a tourist. And they look at me and they go, huh? I go, don't rush to see everything. Always, always, always dictate your day by how the kids are. Because
Very
if you
wise.
drag them all over the place, they are going to scream and yell and cry and throw ice cream and everything else. And it's just going to ruin your time.
Yeah.
When they're tired,
Totally.
that extra mile, you don't go that extra mile.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I totally agree with that. Yeah, we kind of decided we're gonna just stay home for the next 2 years.
not a bad idea.
Because what we've gone away, we've gone to Maine, we've gone to South Carolina. There's like when we drive these trips, and we're just so exhausted when we get home and so relieved to be home. It's like the opposite of vacation. So we're like, we're just gonna do stuff around here. So
it does.
it makes us happy.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it is take a day trip, go do
Yeah.
something for a day, go go to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the day. See, I know things.
Yeah, you know things.
Yeah. You also have the Big E in Massachusetts, which is probably maybe 3 hours, 4 hours for you.
Oh,
Springfield.
maybe.
Well, it depends on where in Pennsylvania are you. Where are you?
We're mid-eastern, like right
Okay.
outside of Reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's another hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's
Like
not like
we go to
you're in Scranton.
Knoebels and yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if there's one game that you guys are dying to play that you don't have, what game would you want to tape? What game is on your list? You go, boy, I hope we can get that soon.
we were actually just talking about this the other day, and we are like, well, do we have anything we really, really want? So Daniel was talking about the new Lord of the Rings game. Okay. I forget the name of it, but the one with the minis and yeah, it's like a dungeon crawl.
Okay.
So he was debating about that one. He's like, should we? But we have a lot of games that we just don't get to play. You know what I mean? Like we don't have. Well, usually when we get together with our D&D group, we're D&D all the way.
Right.
And there's 5 of us. So even if we wanted to, play board games, there isn't a whole lot of 5-player ones. So
there is a good amount of 5-player games.
Well, there are, but a lot of times we'll be like, let's play 4-player. So we just have that, we run into that a lot. So we were kind of just like waiting to buy anything until something seemed perfect, I guess.
So you haven't seen anything that you would consider perfect?
Well,
because you're not helping.
Yeah. What's that?
Because you're not helping me here.
Oh.
Because I have an idea.
Oh.
So let's see if you can pick something perfect.
Okay. I need Daniel to text me.
Yeah, go ahead. Text him. We got time. Yeah, it's 7:30. So
game?
Journey in Middle Earth. How many players is that? I know I have it here somewhere. Journey into Middle Earth. It's buried because I just got so much from Origin.
What's that?
I had to do 2 videos to show all the loot that I got from Origins. I was just looking because I know I have the game.
Yeah, I saw you in one.
Yeah, the first one, and I just filmed the second one, and that is another 14 minutes. That's how long it took me to show everything that I got. Let me see if I could do this. Hold on. I just want to show you how bad it is here. Okay. All right, here we go. And this is just all right. This is a new shelf that I just put in.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh my gosh, it's so high.
Okay. And then behind me is this. Okay, hold on. I've got to pull a little bit of slack there. Then over here, it goes all the way to the wall there and up and down. Then
you are in a game store.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah. And then around the corner, there are 2 more.
Crazy.
There's stuff on the floor. I have stuff all underneath here. Okay. And
oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea that room was that big.
Oh, it's huge. And I'm not even showing you the part that's all messed up. Okay, let's see if I can get that back in there. Yeah. So trust me, we have a lot of games here. This play.
Are you still there?
Oh yeah. No, I was switching it back to you. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, there's me. Okay, hold on.
You just froze for a second.
Oh, I did? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, just for a second.
Okay. Let's see where you are. If you're back on here. Oh, there you are. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think it's because I moved the thing. Oh, that's the husband.
Hey, what's up?
What game did you want?
What game do I want?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
What do you mean, what game? Well, what game was I? Oh, hey, how's it going?
All right,
Rob,
how are you?
Rob, tell him what you were asking me.
All right. So if you had to pick a game that you want to play, not you, my man, not you.
Not-
You have headphones on, Jona, so I can't hear him.
Oh.
Okay. Just translate. Just translate.
Well,
You have to summarize.
you have to come up here. Okay.
Bring him down. Bring down the little guy. Oh, you froze. Uh-oh.
Sorry, Rob.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay, so he's coming up. Yeah, I apologize. I am not the tech person.
No,
I'm demonstrating.
That's
so he's
okay.
coming up right now. He's gonna talk to you.
See, the one funny thing about it is this is the most
This is like my
unprofessional
channel right here, right here.
This is how my channel is. It is the most unprofessional channel you'll ever see. Whoa! Look at
Here,
you.
talk to Rob.
Look at you.
Hey, Rob.
Now, hey, how you doing? Now, what's his name?
Yeah.
This is
Hi.
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Hi.
How you doing?
That's Rob. You say hi, Rob. Hi. Hi, Rob.
Hi. How are you?
He's saying hi, but
I know.
I don't know if you can hear him.
I can hear him. So, what is the one game that you two guys would like to play that you don't have right now?
I drew a blank.
Well, I don't know. We've been talking about that recently. I've been looking at the new Lord of the Rings game.
Okay.
What's it called? Adventures in Middle Earth?
Journey into
Journey.
Middle Earth.
Yeah. You got it.
So that's the one you guys want to play.
I think that might be our next purchase.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's weird.
You are going to get a delivery from Miniature Market.
As our
I'm gonna have it sent to you guys from Miniature Market, and
what? That's awesome.
Yeah, so you guys just play it and make sure that you make a video of it.
Oh, that would be great. He's gonna send us a copy.
That's awesome.
Isn't that generous? That's so generous.
Hey, this is what we do here.
Thank you, Rob.
Now, Lawrence,
Yeah.
put Lawrence on.
You're gonna go down?
Lawrence wants to talk. You want to talk to him?
Oh, here. You want? Oh, look.
What?
Here. Listen to Rob.
Let me see if I
Listen
can
to
do it.
Rob?
Here. You sit on Daddy's lap.
Okay.
Hi.
You ready?
You say hi.
Hey, Lawrence, how are you?
It's a tiger.
Hi.
How are you? You're a very handsome boy. You look very happy. Do you know who I am?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Can you say tiger?
I am a tiger. I am the greatest of all tigers. I am the most
What sound does a tiger make?
Daddy.
They go rawr, rawr.
What is he talking about? This is what the tiger sounds like. Hello. I like peanut butter. That's what the tiger sounds like, Lawrence. Don't you listen to your dad. He's silly. How many tigers do you know that can talk like this? You are a very handsome young man. Say hello.
Can you say thank you?
Daddy. Thank you. Yeah.
That is fantastic. You are wonderful. Now listen, I would love to stay here and talk to you all afternoon, but guess what? Tigers sleep close to 18 hours a day, and I'm tired. So you be a good boy, and I will see you soon, okay? You don't have much to say.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It was nice seeing you. Goodbye, Lawrence. See you.
Bye, Lawrence. I'll see you later.
Bye. Say bye, Mom.
Uh,
Wow, that was interesting.
I told you not. Didn't I tell you not to worry? The first thing, Jona goes, "Listen, please, I hope you don't ask me a lot of questions." I go, Jona, Don't worry about it. Just get in the car because I'm going to drive this thing, and it is the most unperfect. This may kill your channel.
Yeah, this is it right here. It doesn't get better than this. We're only going down from here.
Yeah, it's all down. No, it went downhill. You guys were doing great, and then you came on here, and you could say you kind of jumped the tiger. No, you jumped the shark here, right? But, not a problem. But we'll talk about the other thing when we go off. Just stay on the line after I sign off, and I'll tell you what we need to do to get that game out to you. I would love to see you guys play. Yeah, I would love to see you guys do a video of it. I think you guys will do a fantastic job with it. And
I'm super excited.
Well, there you go. See?
Yeah.
And I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
So now your husband, how long has he been playing board games? I mean, how'd you guys?
Okay, so he's always been into online RPGs, like playing video games online. So he really loved like the Lord of the Rings online, and so for him it wasn't a huge jump. He was looking for that social interaction and that gameplay and that like camaraderie. So he was always looking for that next step. We started playing Catan with our sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and we're like, this is fun. There has to be other games. And we just started looking. Daniel was definitely the pioneer in our in our group. And he just started like going online, he found the Dice Tower, and that really opened his eyes to all the different board games out there.
Yeah, they do a good job.
They do such a great job, and they're so like open to everyone trying it. So yeah, I think the first game we got was Ticket to Ride, and then we got Baseball Highlights.
Another great game.
He really wanted us to have a game to play, just 2-player, and that is a great 2-player. So, and since then we've just been like, let's try this. Just keep adding to the collection.
What about the Pathfinder game?
D&D. We play Dungeons and Dragons.
No. Have you seen the Pathfinder card game?
No, I don't know.
It tells
it's a path, like it's actual.
It's Pathfinder. Here, I got it right here. Matter of fact, hold on. We've got to move things.
Don't have an avalanche, Rob.
No, trust me, I will. Pathfinder, the adventure card game. Okay. So I'm going to switch over.
Yeah, we haven't played that.
All right, let me see if I can get you a copy of this. I can't guarantee that, but I'll try to get that sent to you too. I think you two will really like this, especially if you guys are adventurers. But you're going to make a video.
We are adventurers. Well, thanks. If you can, I mean, that would be awesome too.
Yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy that. I remember how tough it was. When me and the Queen first got married, we had 2 nickels to rub together, and buying games, which I always loved, and I always loved playing games. It kind of becomes secondary when you got a bunch of kids. So I know how.
Yeah, and like we budget for it. We do buy games periodically throughout the year, but like we know we're going to PAX, so we're gonna like wait to buy games there. So we're kind of just like, should we wait? Is it too late to buy games before we go to PAX? But yeah, I mean, we just can't buy as many games as we'd like, or as there are available. So.
Oh, you mean like here?
Or as many as Rob.
It's all work. It's all for work. It's all for work.
What are you gonna do with all of them? Do you donate them, or do you resell them? You do fundraisers.
Yeah.
Right?
What I'll do is
happens to all of them?
I'll put them in auctions, and I'll just say, okay, I already reviewed this. This isn't going to make my I try to keep it down to 1,000 games, and Well, the problem is
That's good. That's good.
yeah, it's good. when it gets 1100, that's when I get worried. No.
Gotta cut you off there.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things that I've just had because I've done this for so long.
Yeah.
Close to like 30, 40 years. You just have things that you're just not going to let go, and new stuff kind of sometimes it'll replace something, and I'll add that in. But I'll take that. I'll auction it off. I take that money and it either goes to cystic fibrosis, it goes to Make-A-Wish. St. Jude is another one that's important to me. Or usually I try to help some people out in the audience here. Just try to do what I can.
Yeah.
But I'm not perfect.
That's so cool. Yeah.
I do
No,
it.
that is a really neat thing to do.
Well, I
applaud you for that.
Oh, thank you. That's what this channel has been based on. It's based on its community and just trying to help people, all people. It doesn't matter, and we just do the best we can. And I'm not perfect. I forget a lot of things. It's really tough. And if it wasn't for the girls, and they're out there in the audience tonight, Helen, Larissa, the snot Tina,
the girls.
Yeah, the girls. Tina, who fell and got hurt. She split.
Oh.
She fell off a scooter, which she shouldn't have been on, and banged herself up pretty good. So we hope that she gets better soon.
Oh.
Yeah,
sorry to hear about that.
And now we're going to be adding Godzilla Lover, because her and I are big Godzilla fans. So we're getting more people to just try to take some of the load off, because when you get to this point, you're at that crossroad, and it's either you're going to take off or you're just going to back everything off, and it's hard to handle everything. And I'm not somebody that is lazy at this. I'm not saying that anybody's lazy, but for me, I have something to say every day, and there's a video every day.
You actually record every day and upload every day? Like, I know you put out a lot of videos, but I didn't realize it was daily. Like, that's huge.
Yeah. Like, every single day I have a video go out. What I'll do is sometimes I'll have a whole bunch of things in my head, and I'll film 4 videos in a row, and then I'll schedule them.
Okay. Yeah. Then schedule them.
And then Helen will send me this hate text, 4 more, because she's got to make all the covers for it. And then there's some days where I'll make
like all the thumbnails.
Yeah. And some days I'll make 7 videos in a day. I just on a Sunday I'll just sit there and just tape and tape and tape. That she's happiest when I go live, and that's the easiest.
She doesn't.
You don't have to do anything. But between that, in the 4 years I've done this, I believe I'm at 2,191 videos as of this video here.
Wow. That's awesome. That's a lot.
You know what that basically means, Jona?
You're obsessed.
I don't shut up.
That's okay. We love you, Rob. You can keep talking.
Helen just told me live requires thumbs too. But great. So tell me, what's next for you guys? We're going to send you these games, of course, but what do you guys got next? Now, of course, you saw our little friend, the Tiger, and his personality. Everybody says he sounds like this insult comic dog. But I listened to the dog and I said, yeah, I hear that. But what he really sounds like is where I kind of took the voice from is nobody remembers Adam Sandler's old comedy albums when he used to have the goat. And I try to make him sound like the goat. And when I look at the Tiger, I see
I'm going to have to find that and listen to that and compare now.
It's off his first album. And, he has this problem because the old man ties him to the back of a truck. Hey, how about you kids take me off this truck? And we go, hey, remember that time?
Yeah.
Remember that time we went on the roller coaster? Oh, man, that was a lot of fun. I hate the old man.
See.
And that's where I got it from. Is I looked at the tiger and I saw the goat, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to go with the goat." But now it's a combination of the dog and the goat, and it's the tiger. So whatever. And the tiger's everywhere. Only because it makes me laugh. I can't explain it, you know.
Well, he's pretty hilarious, though. I'm glad that he's making you laugh.
Well, I basically just scarred your son for life with he goes,
don't worry, Rob.
Dad,
he's not gonna remember.
Dad, do tigers really talk like that?
There was a man on the TV talking to me.
Listen, I just want to tell everybody, please tell your friends, tell your family, everybody that you know, go over to Almost a Board Gamer, click that subscribe button, watch some of these videos. I mean, they're very informative, they're very fun, and they're very, it reminds me of my early days where it's just, you feel part of it. And that's what you want. Just feel part of it. And you guys, you're a beautiful family. You know, you got so much going for you.
Thank you.
I really, really hope everybody really gives you guys that push, because I know you wanted to get to 200 so bad.
I do.
Okay. And you're 20 awesome. And you're 22
Someday,
away.
I'm getting there.
You're 22 away. You're at 178 because I checked the 178 or 177. And there's a few people watching here. Go click it. Go click it now. Just click. Click. It doesn't hurt. Get her over 200. But
I love every one of my subscribers. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited.
See,
when I get a subscriber, I love it.
That's the thing about it, is the people become very personal to you.
And people come back and talk to you, and I love it.
And you get to know who they are, and it feels like you have these friends that are always in here. Now, some people, you know, some channels look at them as, well, subscriber means that I'm getting more popular and I'm going to make more money. No, forget about it. Okay. The most important thing is just having a connection and having fun. And you guys are doing that. And I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks,
I appreciate it. They appreciate it. I see Mysterium on your back shelf there.
Yeah. Oh, you've got such good eyes. Yeah.
And I didn't even have my glasses
even
on.
It's like half covered, but it is a eye-catching box.
Do you like that game?
I love it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite games.
I
just because it's so pretty. You never have.
No.
I would love to teach you how to play that game.
Well, see, there you go. That's something you can do. You can make a video and show. We're making this video for Rob, and we're showing him how to play Mysterium. And there you go, another video, and I'll watch it, and then I'll click it. And
all right. I will teach you how to play Mysterium. I will have to do that in an upcoming video. Thank you for that idea. Sometimes I'm like, no, what are we going to do? But something always comes in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh.
You know, the funny thing is Helen, I'll call her. I go to bed at 8 o'clock because I'm up at 4 because I go to the gym, and then I go to work.
Good for you. You're like Ben Franklin.
I mean, look,
early to bed, early to rise.
But I will actually, you know, I get out of work and then I come in here. But before I go to bed, I'll call Helen and I'll go, I just came up with an idea. And she'll go, oh, dear God, no. That is exactly what she said.
Oh, I love your support system, Rob.
Yeah,
they're good for you.
Oh God, I think I would have been done a long time ago, and which brings me kind of to the next subject, because I know you have a hard time with dyslexia.
Yeah. I've talked about it a lot. Yeah.
And one of the things that, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this is, when I was a child, I fell from the top of the stairs. Now, you know how basements are in and back then they didn't have railings, and I was walking up with my parents. I got to the top stair and I went to try to pull the light because I wanted to shut off the light. Well, I missed the light. I grabbed the light. The light went off, and I remember my mom saying all she heard was "bunk," and I hit my head. And and back then they didn't know about concussions and all the other stuff. They said you have to keep him awake for 24 hours. And I remember that because I was only like, I think I had to be about 4 or 5.
Oh, that would be so scary.
Now, later on in life, my hearing got really bad. So this ear right here, and I'm going to, oh, well, you can see me, but this ear here.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I can't, I think I got about 30% hearing in there. So that's why I spent all day practicing your name, because I can't hear myself say things all the time.
Oh.
So people say you've got a really weird accent. No, I can't hear myself talk sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's getting worse, old age. My eyesight, my hands are going. And one of my main thing is painting. And excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's huge.
And as these things start to go, it's getting tougher and tougher to keep going with the channel. So I'm going to go as long as I can. I take it year by year, and I figure March 1st, I'm going to look. And if it's so bad, then maybe just hang it up. And, just knowing that people like you, a couple other people I know, like Steve, who does the sport games, and this whole segment is being built around people like you. I don't want to cough, but I will. but I want to not leave my mark, but I want to know that when I finally go, because I'm an old guy. I'm old. I'm almost 60 years old.
Rob!
But what I mean is from YouTube. I hope I live. Listen, I got grandchildren.
You're not planning to go next.
Well, it's time for me to go. And then the sky opens up and the light. And then I get to the top of the stairs. And this is the only thing I tell my wife this all the time. I said, listen, I'm not going to heaven. I've had a horror, I'm not a good person. I go, but I hope I get up there and they look in the book and they go, you missed it by this much.
Oh, Rob.
You missed it by this much. And I go, all right, at least I made it that close. But what I mean is when it's time to hang it up, I know that this is going to be in good hands, that there's going to be people to touch and move people. And I think that's what you do, and you do it very well. I know I get a lot from what you do. I just want more videos.
I'm trying. Just got to remember to turn the mic on.
Yeah, and you're halfway there.
Thank you, Rob. That's so encouraging. It means even more, like hearing you say that. I'm like, oh, it means so much that you have me on. So thanks.
And I'd like to have you on more to play some games, you and your husband. And I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, anytime.
Because we can actually use this. We got both good cameras, and I see that the internet works great for us. And I think there's a lot of things that we can do. We'll get Tina and Helen in, and Larissa, and we could do some of those bigger games and have some fun. And
let's do it.
It's really, I figured a way how to manipulate this whole system. So as soon as we get done with Gen Con, I promise you we'll get that. And we've got a lot of things that we're going to do together, and I look forward to it because I really think you got something special there.
Thank you. Me too.
So, Jona, I have said it all. You have said it all. We've done it all.
We're all out here.
We've had the tiger on. We had
Lawrence.
We had Lawrence on. We had the kids on, and it's just been a wonderful hour. And I want to thank you so much. Listen, this may be your first time, but it definitely is not your last time.
I'm so excited to hear that. Thank you. I loved being on. This was a joy. Like, I was really, really nervous, but you put my nerves at ease. So thank you.
and maybe next time I'll actually let you talk more.
That's okay. The less, the better.
You did fine. You did great. And we loved having you on here. So everybody, there you go. Jona from Almost a Board Gamer. Subscribe, and support what I consider a very wonderful channel. And like I always said, and I say every single week to you guys, and I mean this with all my heart, okay? be nice to somebody, be good to somebody, because not only is it going to make that person feel good, it's going to make you feel good. And that is very important. And as I always say, and I always end the stream with this, is to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you just might be the world. For Jona and myself, we'll see you guys soon. Jona, stay on. Say goodbye.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Okay.